Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Another video to talk about today. Kurt got banned from competitive FIFA, so that's going to be interesting stuff. We just kind of do all this stuff live and we just discuss about it in general. It's kind of like the world is working a specific way for me to talk about these specific situations. So we're just going to get right into it, right? So I'm just going to go to the profile over here and we're going to see a tweet of mine that I did to the EA Sports FIFA one. Don't regret keeping it up, to be honest with you, because EA's full of shit. So this picture right here is going to be this one, right? So EA statement. The integrity of the EA Sports FIFA Global Series is very important to us as we deeply value respectful, professional, and inclusive competition. These characteristics help maintain a healthy community brought together through competition. The EA Sports FIFA Global Series official rules and code of conduct help us cultivate positive play, and we are diligent in ensuring that our competitors hold themselves to high behavior standards. When we learn a competitor is potentially in code of conduct violation, we take our responsibility seriously to investigate and take action when appropriate. In many instances, we believe in second chances, striving to be fair and to give competitors warnings and suspensions before advancing to more drastic action. Now you do. In this case, we're sharing that Kurt0411 is disqualified for repeated EA Sports FIFA Global Series Code of Conduct policy violations. Kurt0411 can no longer compete in or attend any EA Sports FIFA 20 Global Series events for future scheduled competition. Kurt received a 2-month, 5-qualifier suspension on October 18, 2018 for an inappropriate video posted online. Next, on March 25th, 2019, Kurt received a final warning for new code of conduct violations we shared at the time that if policy violations continued, our actions would escalate. After the vulgar videos posted on October 10, 2019 and October 19, 2019, we disqualified Kurt0411. Kurt0411 had many chances. They do that because it's so that he can't register as Kurt if he really wanted to, right? And we were Kurt0411 had many chances. We were explicit that each subsequent violation can't read today would result in escalated penalties. The above violations go beyond acceptable smack talk as the consistent harassment targeting fellow competitors, EA employees, and a previous on-air talent during the live broadcast are unacceptable. Wait, the above violations go beyond acceptable smack talk as the consistent harassment targeting fellow competitors, EA employees, and a previous on-air talent during a live broadcast are unacceptable. So this was my tweet towards it. At first, right? It was probably got banned for calling you guys out on your bullshit. No surprise there with the info I've seen and heard recently. I don't know why anyone would even bother competing. Okay. So the reason why I did that tweet is because if you guys didn't watch the podcast, Kurt was talking about the format of how the tournaments are done and how bullshit it is, right? And a lot of other pro players completely agree with this. They just don't say anything to no fault of their own because they're professional players and they don't want to, get in trouble for that kind of stuff, right? Which is fine. That's completely understandable, right? But Kurt obviously is a little bit more vocal in regards to these specific things. So on the podcast, he talked about the tournament format, and I agree with him completely. The tournament format was a complete joke. People who were higher seeded didn't get a bye, and people who were lower seeded got a bye, and it was just a bunch of shit. And a lot of the pro players don't even explain it specifically in regards to that whole situation. So there's that too. So that was my initial tweet, right? Then, oh, nice little transition there. I need to fix that face cam for you guys afterwards. Then there was a tweet from Jarba. And then the tweet from Jarba was this tweet right here. If I can get this going for you guys. This tweet right here. So let me see if I have some... Let me get that desktop audio for you guys going over here so you guys can hear what's happening. Desktop audio. Bam. Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. All right. So, basically... Ooh, let me just put this to my speakers so that you guys can hear it. It's okay. So basically, this is what happened. Let me just... Sorry, this is not set up properly, but, it is what it is.
Fucking boss.
Okay, so...
You can't beat me. Even on this piece of trash can. Fucking boss. You son of a bitch. You can't beat me.
Wait, Twitter video.
Fucking boss, you son of a bitch. You can't beat me. Even on this piece of trash game. Fuck you, EA. Fuck, I'm not playing this guy. Fuck you, Kobe. All of you. Hey. I'll celebrate this draw. I'll frame my own draw. I'll take a screenshot right now of this draw. Actually, where I defend this kick off here, don't I? I'll take a screenshot of this draw and I'll frame this draw. I'll frame it. I'll frame it myself. Above all, right in the logo. Come on, we have to defend these fucking balls.
Okay, so, oh god, this little face cam thing here. This one's gonna be the same. Okay, so listen, that's a really bad clip, right? Okay, if you're a competing player, you can't have clips like that. But the thing is, right, is that there is a variable where there's things that you are able to see and things that you are not able to see, right? So because Kurt streams, right, because he's doing YouTube videos, these are live reactions of him doing this stuff. Are those actions questionable for EA to ban him? Sure. You know, if it makes sense for them to ban him in regards to that clip in general. I agree with that. I'm not saying I don't agree with that. Doesn't make EA any less of a trash company though, right? So that's the whole clip, right? Then Kurt has a statement over here, which we are going to put up right over here. 0411. Okay, so his statement was basically this. I don't know if you guys can read that. No, you guys can. I'm obviously in a state of shock right now, but I'll be fine. They have rules they enforce on whoever they want for whatever they want. The only way for me to not get banned was to not make any videos and never stream again, which is true, right? Because there's been messages and there's been that whole pro Discord thing that they're not going to talk about at all because it's too bad for their image, right? Right. So that's one thing in regards to that whole situation as well. The only way for me to not get banned was to not make any videos and never stream again. A tyranny doesn't like it when someone says something they don't like, and holy shit, I've said plenty they don't like. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a pretty emotional guy. I will say the first thing that comes to my mind, and in today's world that is deemed a crime. A specific incident they're referring to me is me telling a specific opponent to suck on my balls, you son of a bitch, after equalizing when he was time wasting the whole game. My only regret here is I didn't call him more names. Others, according to them, is obscene gestures towards your opponent and targeted harassment of EA staff. Have you seen the state of your game, or are you too busy going through my VODs or writing stuff down you can find to ban me? Or too busy leaking my personal information? Do you expect me to sing your praises? No. The truth is, none of you should still be in the job and you should be ashamed of the product you put out. Next one is, if what I have said is deemed to be unacceptable, why haven't Twitch banned me? What I have said and will continue to say isn't different to what almost everyone that plays video games says. Very true. Difference for me is I got a live camera on me that's capturing my every reaction. Truth is, they don't want me competing because they're scared I'll say something about their broken game live at their event. I wanted to compete this year, especially for you guys. I feel as good as I ever felt, and I am sure I would have done tremendously well. The part that's toughest to take is that they banned me after I went through hell and successfully qualified for their event. The incidents happened 2 to 3 weeks ago, and I even spoke with them last week, and no mention of anything. Once I qualified, they panicked. I could say a lot more, but for now, we'll leave it at that. Thank you all for the support and kind words. I have no idea what's going to happen moving forward. All I know is that this esport has officially died. Okay, so basically, right? So basically, this whole situation, I see from both points of views. In my opinion, right? In my opinion, I would never have wanted to be a pro player for EA's game ever, right? Because I don't support them on the competitive scene. I don't support the way that they do their game or whatever it is. I'm just saying if I was a competitive player. This has nothing to do with skill or anything, right? Let's just say if I wanted to be, I would never be one. And in my opinion, right? In my opinion, you can't do stuff like that if you're going to compete for the person's video game. Now, the stuff that he's saying is true because, guys, I'm not perfect. You guys have seen me stream. You guys have seen me got upset at people, right? I literally have a clip the other day of a dude doing the exact same thing against me. He was wasting time the entire game, and then I scored an equalizer against him, and then I went off, right? And if that clip were to be seen or viral or whatever, then I would have gotten banned for a competition, right? Gamers react this way. You know, you could see it as a toxic sense. You could see it as a not toxic sense, right? I understand that you want to uphold an image, right, in regards to your competitive scene. But at the end of the day, people are doing stuff left, right, and center, and you're kind of targeting one person because nothing has been said about that whole Discord pro scene, right? And nothing has been said about some of the messages that pro players send their opponents in regards to them getting losses or people playing a specific way. Here's the thing, guys, okay? Because I get some responses like this, and I'm going to give you guys my opinion on the responses that I got in regards to this, right? So this is what I said. I said, if Kurt got banned for the spitting on EA logo thing, notice how I didn't say it for the stuff before that. Because gamers do that, and competitors do that when they play video games. You guys should hear the stuff me and my friends say when we play Call of Duty. It's on another level, okay? But just because we're not on camera, you know, whatever. It's just how games is. And then I said, if Kurt got banned for the spitting on EA logo thing, then that's an obvious ban. No argument there. You obviously can't do that if you want to compete on their game, right? Doesn't make EA any less of a trash company, though, right? And then Krasi's like, they won't invite you again to these studios. And I said, I stopped caring about it a long time ago. So let's read some of the responses that I got in regards to this, right? That's not what he got banned for. He got banned for telling someone to suck it after he equalized during a game. Unfortunately, as much as I love watching him, but the gestures and the spitting will never be acceptable behavior. However, I don't agree with the permanent ban. I think it's harsh. The people who should be banned this season are the Dodgers and Snipers because they're cheaters, in my opinion. Yes, exactly. Not, some sort of action needs to be taken against them, but notice how this specific action was taken quicker than the action. They're not going to do shit against the Discord guys because it's going to tarnish their competitive image. They have to pick and choose their battles, right? The agreement also includes a prohibited act of opening other people's rewards. Why isn't it enforced? That is a big fact right there, actually. Huge fact right there. But like, I don't even know why that's a big deal, to be honest with you. If I'm opening somebody else's rewards for video, who the fuck cares, right? I haven't done it once this year, but have I done it in general? Absolutely. I don't give a shit. EA have been spitting on us and the pro players for many years. And the fact that someone who promoted cheating, New York City Chris, only got a 2-event ban is beyond words. Kurt did not deserve the ban in any way, shape, or form, especially considering others have done worse. That is very true as well. People have definitely done worse than that, and they'll be fine, right? Because one, they're not on camera. One, they're not a bigger content creator, right? So that their name doesn't get pushed out there a little bit more. And I think that's like pretty much it. People are gonna shit on you for this because it's EA and FIFA. Not recognizing this shit wouldn't fly in any other esports sport. Not that I don't stand for and agree with him, but you can't be doing that if you want to compete under their brand. Oh, come off it. Any esports, they would pay their competitors properly and pay them on time. They also wouldn't make it pay to win. Imagine having to buy better guns in COD or Fortnite. Yeah, so it's like, these responses right here, like this one, right? Spitting on a logo of a company means he should be banned. Lay off the drugs. He didn't spit on a country's flag. He spat at a company that has been spitting on its consumers for years and also leaking his private information. Guys, here's what I want to lead this off to, okay? Listen to what I'm going to tell you guys. It's very simple, right? Kurt's a friend of mine, and I'll say the exact same thing. If you don't believe in their game, right? If you don't believe in the process of how EA does things, why would you do the stuff like competing and buying FIFA points? That's what my bottom line argument is. I understand Kurt's point of view because competitors in FIFA, they don't make a lot of money, guys. At the end of the day, that's what I'm going to tell you guys. Monthly, some of these guys don't even have a contract where they're actually getting paid any money. They're just getting paid to represent, which just makes the whole situation just terrible for competitive FIFA entirely, right? But this is what I'm going to say. If you don't support EA Sports as a company, you shouldn't compete in their game, right? If you don't support the process of FIFA points to get better players to be able to compete in the game, you shouldn't play the game, right? The whole situation is that I know that you guys disagree with certain things, right? In Kurt's point of view, I just think he should be a content creator, right? And I told him this on the podcast, that EA Sports don't give a shit about the competitive players, because the process of competing and qualifying for these events, and the process of actually bringing the players there, and the way that they do their setup there at the actual event, with people getting disconnected and people scoring like the worst types of goals for a competitive game, it's just like, there's so much to this. I see both points of view. I think, honestly, it's a blessing for Kurt to get banned. It is, because I genuinely believe that he should just be a content creator, because being a professional for this game is not worth it in any shape or form, right? Because I myself, I've done worse. Way worse clips than that. Way worse clips than that, okay? And, you know, I'm not a competitor, but like, dudes, the stuff I've seen Call of Duty players say when they shit on someone in their game, like, even Ninja, when Ninja plays Fortnite back in the day, the stuff he used to say, and he still gets signed and stuff. Twitch didn't ban him, because that's how gamers react. Gamers react in that way. But I think, in my opinion, I think EA were looking for a reason to ban him. It was a good enough reason to ban him, absolutely. But I just think that they were looking for it, because, again, their action was quicker in regards to this situation than it is for any other situation that has no action at all. Like I said, I don't think they're going to do anything to the dudes in that Discord for FIFA, and life is just going to continue. This is what I'm going to tell you guys, okay? Don't care about this situation. It's not worth it. I understand where you guys are coming from. This is the only football game we have. You guys like Kurt as a content creator. You want to see him compete because it's interesting, right? But genuinely, the competitive scene doesn't even deserve a viewership because of the state of this game, okay? It doesn't deserve a viewership at all. I'm just telling you guys this is my point of view in regards to the whole situation. I see both points of view. I see where Kurt's coming from, because as a gamer myself, I react the same way, right? If someone plays a certain way against me as a gamer, I'm going to be like, haha, bitch, like, just kind of how it is, you know? But yeah, that's my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys for the video tomorrow, whatever that may be. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.